What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Porch. I'm joined here with everybody. Jake is actually back. How's everybody doing?
Whoop, whoop.
What are you trying
I'm back, bitches.
You trying to say that Jake was like dipping out on us, or what are you trying?
He dipped out for an episode.
I was here in spirit.
Yeah, well,
does that really count?
Does it not?
No.
Whatever.
I think it might.
So, who has been here every episode so far? Is it me, Christian, Mason? Are we the big three?
Mason's definitely not here.
Oh no,
I think
Mason
I have.
wasn't. Logan
Haven't
was
I?
here, so it's me, Christian.
I think
Logan are the big three.
Yeah. Let's
Damn.
go.
Damn, okay.
Staying dedicated. We're getting a fattest check.
Yeah, that is true. We do get the biggest cut of $0.
That is true.
Yep,
We'll
0 for me.
do the math
0 for
later.
you,
Divide that.
Yeah.
evenly.
Divide that 3 ways. Then we got to throw in the extra percentage. You know, it gets a little crazy when you're working with massive numbers like the money we bring in.
Yeah, it's insane.
But what I don't even know what
You want to
state
top
it is.
us off?
Bro, let's just
Oh,
go for a
yeah,
bit.
top-
Yeah.
top
I did this.
us
I
off.
did this.
This guy every time he just wants to dive right into it. Though. Let me ask the boys how their days went. Like honestly, let's ask the viewers.
Yeah,
Just fucking kidding. I don't give a shit. Hey,
shout out to my
remember,
mom.
guys.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
shout
my
out
She
mom,
watches the
dad.
podcast.
No, we're not shouting out people, bro. You don't get to shout out your. Yo, shout
Shout out
out.
Gandhi. You know what it is.
Yo, deadass, if you're listening to this by now, I think we're 7th episode in, and y'all are still listening.
It's incredible.
That is.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Grow up, please.
You tell me you don't got something better to do. Well, okay, I do want to bring something to attention, though. The one thing I do want to bring to attention is Jake posted a podcast today on his story and said that it was like the best podcast to think whenever it should be our podcast he should be posting.
Damn, I did spot
my
that.
God.
Bro.
That-
That's true.
I did
spot
catch that. And the first thing I did was throw up because I was so.
I did too. I did
was-
too instantly.
I
was
think I
driving.
actually did too. I was at my mom's house talking
Puking.
to my grandma, and I puked everywhere. She was so confused.
And then did you show her? And then she probably threw up as well.
Well,
Once you
then,
showed
yeah.
her.
Well, then my dog came out, and I showed my dog, and he just shit everywhere. Then we were all just
What?
stepping in it with bare feet.
With
Oh my
bare
gosh.
feet. What?
It was literally a shit show. No pun intended.
All
I
right.
feel like there was low-key a pun intended there.
There definitely was.
The pun was awful.
But
I just want to go one day without hearing that stupid ass laugh.
what that stupid Oh my
Hey,
god.
bro, that shit is
Yo, if
so
that guy's
corny.
listening to this right now, fuck you.
Bro, you guys know a crazy fact is that guy used to play in the NFL.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't see that. Like, I didn't know it when it first came out, but like, I saw that probably like a month ago that I saw he was in the NFL. I was like, huh, don't give a fuck still.
I mean, was he good?
I think he's.
Death dog shit.
I think he played like 4 years in the league or something like that.
He just walked around.
dog shit.
Sat left
Hey,
bench.
4 years in the league. Guess what? That's $4 million, at least in the bank.
For Millie.
That is facts.
That's worth it.
Athletes should get paid trillions.
Trillions.
Especially our esports athletes.
Yes!
Right.
Oh my gosh!
Truth bombs
Yeah.
in this one.
Bro, they don't understand. I
There we
literally
go.
should be supported more than the troops.
Jesus
That's savage. Savage. I take offense to that.
Yeah, Logan, should we make an X joke?
We're not gonna get into that shit. We can do that off camera.
Off camera?
Off camera.
Oh,
Damn.
but
We don't need no cameras in there for that.
maybe that's it. Maybe that's safe for another day. Censorship, how we feel about it. Because Logan loves it. He loves that we can't speak our mind.
Yeah,
No,
he
Gordon's just a
absolutely
piece of
loves it.
shit.
I honestly can't even
Damn.
argue that at this point that I am not the greatest
There's some
human.
truth to that.
Well, how can I say this? I just simply don't give a I don't care. That's the thing. Like,
We can get into it
Oh, wait,
right
hold on,
now.
hold on,
I'll get
wait,
into
let
it
me-
right
wait,
Trying to get
now.
into
I'm trying to get into you.
Whoa,
What?
Yo,
Yeah. Who the fuck? Yo, that's my bad.
minutes,
That's
bro.
my bad, guys. Dude, my fucking dog came into the room and he started talking again.
Wrong chat. Wrong chat.
Wrong shit.
Yeah, I was trying to talk in my other podcast and like I accidentally said that in here.
Oh,
Hey,
no
just
worries.
chat.
And that would be a good time to give you guys our first sponsor of today's podcast.
Pringles.
Mc- what? Yes, Pringles. What do we love about Pringles? You ever wanted to
Crap, pop.
absolutely terrible to grab at the bottom of the what do they call that? A can, I guess.
Yo. Okay,
You just can't get the
I have an
long
invention
cans. You gotta
for
get the
this.
short cans.
I have an
That's the
invention
trick to
for
'em.
this. So this is what you do. Pringles, if you're listening, you're our sponsor. So now you're gonna have to you know what I mean. You're gonna have to start paying up because I got a great idea for you. So what they do is you take at the bottom, okay? So there's that little metal piece at the bottom of the Pringles can. You put a little spring at the bottom. So then whenever you take the bottom of the Pringle can, you can twist the bottom and the spring will slowly go up and push your chips up.
Damn,
So
like
then you
some
don't have to reach
deodorant
all the way
type
to the
shit.
bottom. Yeah,
Some
just like some
deodorant type
deodorant.
shit.
Just like some damn deodorant. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Pull it right back.
how
pull it
much
right back.
extra money would that cost? them?
Like 30 cents, bruh. And I'm sure they can
okay,
afford it.
all right,
Split me my check.
How many cans of Pringles do you think are
Bro,
made
fuck
each year?
you. Just make it, bro.
And bro, just dump that shit in your hand.
Fuck you, just make it.
Come on.
Yeah, I just got a text from
we're gonna
Pringles.
fucking
I just got a
boycott your
text from
ass.
Pringles. They just dropped our sponsorship from
Whoa.
because of what
God
Logan just said.
damn it.
Fuck.
God
So-
damn it.
That was like
gets us
our
to
only one, bro.
Hey, no, that brings us to our next sponsor.
Lay's. We switched up. We switched up.
We just got a multi-billion-dollar contract.
We're like the fucking Verizon dude.
Bro, the Verizon guy, that guy deadass switched up heavy. Wait, so he was with
That was a smart
Verizon
move.
and then
Yeah,
went
he
to
went to
AT&T,
Sprint.
right? Or
No,
no, he was with
Sprint.
Sprint.
No, yeah, no,
No,
he went
he was
to
with
Verizon.
Verizon. Yeah,
Okay, bro, I was so shook whenever I saw it. I was like, damn, bro, that's a move right there.
I'm pretty
They just-
sure one of his first commercials when he went to Sprint was like, "Can you hear me now?" Well, I couldn't hear you back then, but now, like something like that, like savage.
yeah.
I
That
remember hearing
reminds
about
you,
it.
like people like that. What was that? Didn't that Subway guy that was really fat and became skinny? Wasn't he like a pedophile or something?
Yeah, he was a.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like
I
it's
think
just
I
crazy,
worked-
bro. Like you
I
don't
worked-
expect that ever, do you?
Yeah, I always thought he was a cool guy until I heard he worked for Subway.
What?
Remember that?
Oh no, that's like the Anthony
Remember that guy?
Jeselnik joke. Oh my! Shout out Anthony Jeselnik. That guy makes the
That's
most.
funny,
Me and Jake were watching like clips of his stand-up comedy shows, and man, that guy don't give a fuck.
Really savage.
Yeah,
Logan don't like it.
Wait. I still want. All right, so this
Wait,
happened
wait.
off podcast, but Logan Flynn, descendant of Trendon, Ohio, called Casey Anthony an
whoa!
okay
Don't be
person.
throwing my shit out
Called
there.
Casey
What the
Anthony an
hell?
okay person because she was not convicted of murdering a
Oh,
child.
okay. Now you're about to just do this on me. You didn't call him an okay. I said if he was proven. You guys see this? Is
You
what
say
you
he?
fucking do. Bro, you're,
He?
Nah,
Get your
you-
facts straight, bro.
What?
Casey Anthony was a woman.
No, I'm talking to you, Gordon. I'm talking to you. Mike
Oh,
to
I
Mike.
didn't murder no babies.
Mike to Mike.
All right, you want to go Mike to Mike, bro? I'll go Mike to
We're
Mike.
going Mike to Mike.
Pause,
right now,
pause,
okay?
pause.
Get your mic out. What the?
Whoa.
Yo, what?
Yo,
What's
big
happening?
pause on that
Hey,
one.
hold up,
I
though.
don't know.
No, for real.
Lost.
You guys told me the story. Didn't even say that. Oh, okay. I said, is this him proven innocent or proven guilty? You're like, this is in a court of law. In a court of law, he was proven innocent. You guys told me
It's not
nothing
a he,
about.
bro.
It's not a he.
No, the guy or the she, the bitch, yeah. The she.
What?
I
So you're saying women don't deserve to get paid as much as guys?
What?
John straight to conclusion.
All
This
right,
dude Logan's heated right now.
go ahead.
So you guys never told me that she came out a couple months later or after whatever after that she got proven innocent. That she was like, yeah, I fucking did it, or her lawyer
No,
came
I'm
out
pretty
and
sure.
said that.
Yeah, because I just wanted to prove to you that like just because the court system said something doesn't mean that you just gotta ride with that.
I mean, like I said, I don't know the bitch. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. In the court of law, She's proved
Yeah, but she's an
innocent,
okay human.
She's cool. She's cool. I mean, there's so many people. You don't think it's reversed at all? You don't think courtrooms ever get things right that were wrong? You know what I mean?
You mean
things
like
right that
they
were
let someone go that actually did something, or like do you mean
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
put
yeah.
someone? Well, yeah, like
What?
Casey Anthony.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the reverse of Casey Anthony.
Okay, the guys that went to prison for the raping and killing of that woman in the park, the 4 guys that went to jail for 20 years. Remember we talked about that too?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, it happens both ways.
So
which
it
is
happens,
fucked.
bro. So you're asking me a question where I'm gonna fail regardless of what I say.
No, I'm just saying.
Unless you don't pick the side of it.
Yeah, I would say don't just base your opinion off what our fucking court system says.
Me.
There we go. That's a good.
That's a
That's
great
how we're gonna.
response.
If anyone
Me.
anyone proves me wrong or says something, I'm just, that gets me right out of it.
How's that make you feel? Hey. Me. We should all just talk in baby voice for the rest of the fucking podcast.
Nah.
And that brings us to our next sponsor, Pampers. The diaper.
Goo goo gagas, get them now.
Gerbers, or whatever the hell it's called. Gerber's baby applesauce.
So
Now
we
in
have
flavors, dog shit, probably cement.
Oh,
two.
I said cement, not. There's a T there.
Oh, saved by the T.
rewind
bro.
that.
Yeah, I gotta.
All right, we're gonna go back to the. We went to the
So
booth.
babies aren't classified as humans, then, huh?
They aren't, bro.
Do they have
Means-
rights?
Do babies have rights? I don't fucking know. They have the right to.
What the?
The right to what? I don't know.
dude?
They can't do shit.
Whatever the fuck they want. They want to identify themselves or whatever, dude. You gotta
A
switch
Bro,
baby-
if a 3-year-old straight up told me I'm a girl, I'd be like, yo, just chill. Just at least give yourself like 10 years, then maybe we'll have this
She's like,
conversation.
listen here, bitch.
You're a
My dad will
concern.
whoop your ass.
What?
You guys don't understand the lengths I go for this podcast. Listen.
And it don't matter.
No. I want you to hear me out here. In my house, I have an AC unit, like, in my, like, living room. But whenever it turns on, I can somewhat hear it whenever it turns on. So I have my door shut in my room, fucking sizzling right now. I'm already sweating. We're 7 minutes in. So, I'm going to be expecting someone to come over and relieve me of my stress once this is over.
I'm actually
Oh.
talking in a sauna right now, so I don't want to hear it.
Sauna?
I'm in a
Yeah.
volcano on the sun.
Okay.
So, if you were here last time, which, what
Oh
the
my
fuck,
God.
Oh
Logan?
my
no.
god.
Yo,
no
yo,
way.
yo. First of all, what? Who do you think you are to just not even ask if it was me? You just instantly.
It was you.
I
It
looked
was
at
you.
I'm literally looking at the
We have
Discord.
eyes, bro.
I mean, I call fucking bullshit, bro.
All right,
Why are you
we'll go back
lying?
to the
So you're
booth.
not
We'll go
doing
back to the booth.
If I-
Wait,
if I get a
yo,
goddamn
we're in the
whistle,
booth. Hey, chime out. I gotta focus here. Yeah, calling the field stands. You are. That's at least a 10% penalty on our next paycheck.
Damn. That's a lot, bro.
I want the 10%.
Fuck, dude. How do you
Calling
split that?
I mean, we got to do the math later, bro. That's difficult ass math.
All right, back to
That's
what
like
I was
algebraic
fucking
expressions.
saying
Well,
before
yeah,
I was
you can't divide 0 by 0.
rudely interrupted. But I don't even know what the fuck that was in the background.
Seriously,
Come on.
who
Last
make that
episode's
fucking noise again in here? I swear to God, you're getting your ass beat.
But we were talking last time towards the end of the podcast. It was an idea introduced by Jacobo Collette, our very own. He brought it up to me
Jacobo.
one day on a porch.
Aww.
And
I'm
it was
flattered.
saying like, yeah, bro, don't get your fucking hopes up.
Oh.
I'm beating the shit out of you after this podcast.
Don't tell me what the good times.
What?
What's going
Whoa.
on now?
All
Whoa.
right,
Come on,
all
now.
right.
Come on. We're not supposed to show this on the pod.
My husband
finish
watches
it.
this.
Finish
Whoa.
it.
All right.
Whoa, finish it.
Gosh, bro.
Like, what?
I still haven't been able
Come
to
on.
say this.
You come on.
All right.
Pause.
But we were talking about something that we are doing now in today's age that seems okay, but in 50 years' time, 60 years' time, whatever it may be, will be looked back upon like, okay, I can't even believe there was two sides to that. Like, it just seems like that is just that it becomes almost the norm. So something like slavery, like I mean, even the people that were like had slaves and whatnot, I'm guessing they still in their minds thought, okay, this is wrong, but they didn't care because the benefits outweighed they didn't seem to care enough that they had slaves. So what is something we're doing now? Maybe like, I mean, clearly not on the same scale, eating meat. Like, I know when I'm eating meat, it's technically like, I'm like, oh man, I probably shouldn't be eating meat. Like, I technically could be eating other things. But, I mean, I'm still eating meat. So, maybe in 50 years' time, it's going to be looked back upon like, holy shit, motherfuckers were eating meat? Like, why were they doing that? That's fucked up.
True.
Christian,
so let's go around the table then.
Yeah.
And before we get into it, I ultimately like our viewers for people to watch this to question that yourself.
Facts.
Yeah, go ahead and
sit down.
15-minute pause.
Ponder on that one.
Pause your car. Pause your car.
Pause your car.
Pause your car.
You going 60 on the highway? Just go ahead and pause it real quick.
Sorry, my car's just so advanced I can pause it.
All right, let's round table this
think
one.
About that. Round table.
All right, we'll go down the list. Christian, you are first.
I think it's going to be burning fossil fuels.
Bad. I like that one.
All right, I mean, you got to like talk a little bit. Like,
I mean that. Okay. Well. Okay. Eventually, I mean, it's going to come to a point in time where we have fucked the Earth so bad to where it's irreversible. We're basically coming up on that here pretty quickly. So we're going to have to move to green energy regardless. No matter what, it's going to have to happen at some point in time, whether it be 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, whatever. At some point, like, governments, countries from around the world are going to have to meet up and actually start implementing this shit so the Earth can stay habitable.
So do you think we're going to... All right, so with fossil fuels, do you think there's going to be none left? Or do you think there will still be an option, but we're just not doing it?
I think in the far future, I don't think it'll be a thing at all. But it's going to have to be, I would think it'd be a slow process even trying to get that started. Because so like you can't just shut off all fossil fuels and now we're just going straight electric cars, solar power, whatever.
I think it was asking like, do you think we'll run out of it before we decide to switch? That's what I'm saying.
Like, do you think we'll make 100% the switch, or do you think we're going to run out and be forced to switch? Because I don't, if it's being forced to switch, like, there's no option, then it kind of like not the same thing as like anything like we talked about before. Like there was still another option. Like slavery, when you go back, like I mean, it was finally made illegal, but like it still could have been a thing. But if fossil fuels just go away completely, like we run out, and then we have to think of a different idea. I'm talking about like things that like like maybe if we stopped the use of fossil fuels, but they were still out there, like it was an option. And we just went away from it. I could see that,
well, I think if we actually use all of our fossil fuels, like everything, we would like our Earth would be fucked at that point.
Yeah, that does seem like
that would be. If we used all of them up until like we had none left, the Earth would be so like it's already fucked now. So it's only going to get worse.
I think we're going to ruin the Earth before we use up all of the fossil fuels. I'll have to look. I mean, because like there's still oil reserves like around the world, but I mean like the majority of like the concentrations in the Middle East. But I mean the U.S. has some. A lot of people have them. A lot of people have oil, but I think if you look and see how much damage we've done in the past 100 years, I mean that's just 100 years and shit is going like crazy. So if you fast forward 100 years in the future. Populations are rising, more cars, more industry, whatever. I just think it's going to be worse damage before we run out.
I was expecting more advancements in like electric cars. Like whenever I was like younger, like maybe like not even like 13, 14, like I expected by now there would be a lot more. Like I mean they are used, but like I thought they would be fucking massive by now.
Well, they are a big thing, but they're just not as accessible as gas cars.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just felt like they would become... Because, I mean, yeah, they're expensive and whatnot, and, like, whatnot. They're tough to maintain. But, like, I don't know. I felt like they would have figured out a way to make them a little bit more, like,
I mean, there's some cheap...
accessible.
there's cheap electric cars. They're just ugly as shit. Nobody wants them.
Yeah, I know, but like, see, like that's the thing. Like, I was hoping that they would become accessible enough and like at least normal enough that we would use them a bit more. But
And you know what's weird is some people will never get an electric car because they think gas cars are like manlier or American made type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like this delusion in their head that a gas car is fucking cooler than an electric car, so they'll never get an electric car. No, even if they know how much it helps the planet, they're like, no, fuck that. Gas, you know what? Fuck that. Diesel. Diesel, baby. Diesel. All the fucking way. Electric, you pussy. Get you a diesel truck, idiot.
Get you a Cummins, bro. Get you a Cummins.
What's some other things you guys think?
Well, Mason, what do you think is going to be the thing that's as bad as slavery?
I'll use one of my good buddies I was talking to at my work. He said, I'll use it as an example. He said that equal pay for women would be the next big thing. And I could agree with that. Just for sports, an example, like, yes, of course, they're not as good as men, but they're still out there doing it, playing the sport. And our women's soccer team, for example, is kicking ass. Like, I'm pretty sure they only let 2 goals in, scored like 16 or something like that. Like, that's like embarrassing type.
Okay,
does,
but like,
does everyone agree with women should have equal pay?
Well, it depends on what. I think two of them are.
Okay, so
I can understand, like, because obviously not as many people watch women's sports as men's sports, but if it's also just in like your normal day job, I think it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, the normal. That's all right. So that's perfect. What I was about to say.
That's
I think two people in the same workplace, if they put in the same type of like whatnot, like whatever, their input and output's the exact same. It genuinely, I don't even understand how it could matter if you're a man or a woman. But when you go into sports, like that's the one thing that kills me about the argument for girls, the women, is the women's winning the World Cup. Yes, okay, you're the best at what you do in your sport. But guess what? Just because, all right, let me take into another example, something smaller. I'm trying to think of what's a sport that's not as big. All right, so a tennis player. Say a tennis player wins 5 straight, not even tennis, because tennis is fucking massive. I'm trying to think of something smaller. Just a smaller sport. Just because you dominate something in your own... Okay, oh, fuck, man, I'm in a perfect thing. Okay, say a FIFA player, like just an esports kid, wins 10 straight tournaments. Just because he won 10 straight tournaments in FIFA doesn't mean he should get the same as someone that's winning 10 straight tournaments in Fortnite. Because Fortnite has more people trying to do it. Fortnite has more people watching it. Fortnite has blah, 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 blah. It's harder to win 10 straight tournaments in Fortnite than it is to win 10 straight tournaments in FIFA.
Facts.
But like something to touch on is you said like in a workplace. So if a girl's putting out the same numbers as a male in his like women's soccer, she's putting out the same numbers as a male in one of the best teams in the men's league. Should she get a chance to either play in the men's league or get paid like that man does?
I mean, a women's soccer player could, if she wanted to go try and play in the men, they would not even touch the professional level, even close. Not one women's player is on even like in the English Premier League, like they wouldn't make a top 80 soccer team.
Really?
No,
it's
impossible to make an argument for it, bro. Like they just are not made for that. Not one WNBA player could make an NBA roster.
True. But and I don't think that equal pay is a huge deal. I think they do get equal pay, especially in jobs that are, you're just starting off as an employee, the lowest rank. They all get the same. And they'll even pay guys less if the guys are oblivious to what they're doing. And then if the girl comes through to the office like, yo, I want paid a little bit more, please. They'll be like, all right. But the dude that don't say nothing is still going to get paid less than her.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think if you're putting in the same input and output in the same exact workplace, like if you are in the same exact office, blah, 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 doing the same exact shit every day, then it's obvious, yeah, they should get paid the same. And they don't. Like, there are some cases where women just make less than guys that It doesn't make sense, but the sports, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. The women's soccer team.
I really don't understand how you could even manage it. Like, how could you come up with a budget for that if you just don't have enough people watching it?
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you, where do you where does the money come from? That, like, how do they expect to get paid as much as something if they don't have the same amount of money being put into it in the first place? It's like,
no, it had to hit the mass media.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what do we have? That we have women's pay. I think women's pay, I mean, it's going the right direction. I don't really pay as much attention to it, but
I would say pay is pretty fair in general.
I don't pay enough attention to it to say if it's fair, like in the normal workplace.
Normal workplace, I have no idea. It's like, but the person brought it up to me, and I thought it was a pretty good topic.
The thing that I believe will be like the thing that no one, like, it's not a big deal anymore, and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, how do people think, is like the gay marriage and transgender. I'm hoping people in 50 years just won't care. Like, it should not. It's something
I think it's ridiculous. There's riots over that shit.
Yeah, like, I just think like that in 50 years, people just be like, okay, that's not my body. Who cares if they have a husband or a wife or they want to identify as blah, 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 blah. Like, it's not going to change me. Why do you care? Like, I'm hoping that's what it is, and I think that's what it will be, especially gay marriage. I think that is something like soon, like not even 50 years. I think soon. Like,
I think it's already looked down on. Like, if you think that's illegal, it's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Well, how many states now have it as legal?
I mean, it's all of them.
Is it legal in every single state?
I would hope so.
Right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I think it definitely is.
Yeah, it is. Like 2016, yeah.
That's ridiculous. But like, if you just think about it, if you just think about gay marriage from like an objective standpoint, it's just two humans that like each other getting married. The only reason that it was bad is because the traditional values associated with, you know, the American dream and whatnot, and just the fact that, oh, you got to get a wife or you got to get a husband. You know what I'm saying? You got to have kids. It's just these social norms that people follow. And it's for what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
There are so many big topics in America that are just so held back, and I think that we're behind on because we strive towards this American thing. Like, we strive like dating back to our roots. Like, we always want to be back to our roots. Like how we did the things back in the old days. Like,
yeah.
For some reason, America, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Education is probably the best one, where we keep falling behind, but we keep staying with the same shit just because no one wants to make a change because of how they did it back in the... I mean, bro, we really rock off a constitution that was made in, what, 1803?
Yeah.
Earlier than that.
When the fucking... I don't even know when the Constitution was signed.
1773, maybe?
Wasn't that when we fucking seceded from... Let's see. Constitution.
1783.
1789. So even earlier.
1789.
Imagine still going by that.
Yeah, I mean, like, clearly, like, little revisions have been made, but overall...
I want you to think about, like, big subjects that are in, like, today's society. And I want you to think about the mass popular opinion on them in the fucking 1700s. Just think about gay marriage, how it was looked at, and think about women's rights. You know, talk about fucking women's pay. What about women's goddamn rights?
Yeah.
A woman couldn't even vote back then.
But no, we're still gonna base, you know, the framework off of the ideology of the people back then that believed that shit.
The party systems are fucked, but it all just dates back, bro. We want to stick to what we've been doing. America,
baby, tradition. Nothing better than some tradition.
Tradition never graduates.
Fuck that.
Tradition never graduates.
Tradition is going to be the downfall of the human population. It's fucking ridiculous. But okay. Well, I guess I'll give my thoughts on what's going to be thought as bad as slavery.
We're going to be eating our dogs.
eating
I
our
hope
dogs.
not.
I really hope not.
I think this is way down the road. I think the idea that there's so much separation in the world, like country-wise and just military, the fact that we're not all under one like faction type deal, I think that's going to be looked at as what the fuck? Like, why weren't they all working together from the start? Why did they separate each other?
So you think like the idea of countries will be gone?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I know you don't mean like 50
I-
years. You mean like a long,
Yeah, no.
like.
I'm just talking about in the future, because
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing about it is, it has to be perfectly normal and not even thought about as wrong right now for it to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this, the ideas of country is good. Like, you know, the separation, because we don't want to fucking be with some of the weirdos, but still, it could be looked at as a terrible thing that we are separating each other.
Yeah, we
'Cause
never
that's
know.
just-
'Cause, I mean, like, there's just some
that's
things
just-
that
yeah.
that seem okay to us now, but in 60 years, bro, you do some things today, then in a year we'll be like, oh, what the shit? Like, there's just always gonna be
Yeah.
stuff like that. Who knows?
I mean, something like as big as that, though, like the entire world, like uniting, that, I don't know, that just sounds unrealistic to me just because of how many different ideologies there are. I mean, like, there's, like, religious views in general, like, keep us separated. Like, compare, like,
Yeah.
our values to, like, the Middle Eastern values.
Yeah, but
It's
all
just like-
religion views are based on traditional values, which is stupid. Literally
Yeah, I mean,
stupid.
but they vary, though. Like, the views vary.
Well, I mean, religion still works in countries, though. I mean, there's different religious views in like in the same country. Like, there's different views on religion in this country, and it still works.
Yeah, but if you want what's best for just humans in general, you wouldn't even fucking go off these views that are just made up stories from the past. You would look at what's real and what's happening right now. Need to do what we need to do
yeah.
is not be separated and fighting.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel you on that. Like, I think it'd be great. Like, that'd be like a perfect world, like a perfect situation. But I mean, like, think about like the kids. I don't know.
I
Like
think
Iraq.
Yeah, I think the
Just
only
get
way it
fucking-
could be done is if they put us under like one umbrella, but like the one umbrella would have to be formed by like a fucking straight dictator, like someone like a Hitler, like getting power. I don't understand who would maybe take the first step forward to like actually fucking put us under one idea, not one idea, or like take away the idea of countries in a sense, like and do it in a healthy way. Like, I think it would only be able to be done in an unhealthy way by one guy becoming into too much power.
Yeah, there would just have to be because, you know, there's some people that don't even know simple math in the fucking world, so they're just so distant from what's really going on that they wouldn't even know how to act and shit like that.
And
And
like,
it would just be hard. It would be hard to like fit them into one big country where they feel so separated from everybody else.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and what like objective value system like would we use? Because I mean, like you said, like everyone likes tradition or whatever. Like they don't like to change. So I mean, if it was America taking over everyone, like that, like Trump being
That's the thing.
the one dictator.
The thing is,
People are still gonna
it shouldn't be a
have backlash on
takeover.
that.
It shouldn't be a takeover. It should be just an agreement.
Everyone working together type of shit.
Well, countries like to think they do that now, but they do it on the smallest of scales.
Yeah, like just I don't know.
I think there's too
It's
many.
a thing.
There's
It's a
too many,
thing where
like,
I can't
extremists.
explain
Yeah.
because
There's-
it's got to happen first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, clearly, yeah. But like, there's just so many extremists out there that are so like crazy into like what they believe and whatnot that it would just be
Passionate.
fucking tough.
But I think the
Alright.
population is getting more aware of what's really going on.
I mean, if anything, I think the global warming crisis could like may possibly trigger that just because it's a global problem that affects every person in the world.
We're too mindset on our country and not the world.
Oh yeah, I mean, the world is not doing enough to preserve the planet. Like that's just fucking blatantly obvious that we just keep. Well, I mean, the planet's literally gonna be destroyed. Luckily, not in my lifetime. Hopefully not. I don't know if it would be tough for it to do it in my lifetime. I feel, but
I mean,
What?
if you get digitally implanted in the computers.
I'm not getting digitally implanted in no fucking computer, bro. You go ahead and let
You-
Elon Musk.
you-
You go let Elon Musk
you'd
fucking
wanna-
paralyze you.
You were the one who was saying you'd want to live forever.
I was saying I would be cool with living forever, but like I don't want to get put in a computer.
What?
Put me in.
Oh,
Put me in.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in. All right, I
Would you
think
put-
something that will be looked on differently in like even probably less than 50 years would probably be NASA's spending budget. To put this in perspective, NASA gets 0.49% of the national debt, which is 4.4 trillion. They get a total of like 21.5 billion a year. To put that in perspective, the United States military national defense gets let me see. Where'd that go?
Damn, bro, you're reading it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, dude. Hold on. The National Department of Defense budget is 75 billion, or 16% of the total. So if we get 0.49 for NASA, when the
0.49
Department
of
of Defense,
what?
0.49%
Of what?
of the national debt.
Yeah, but
Like
what
out
is
of, like-
that? The national,
like out of
like the budget or the debt? Like the
Yes,
budget
the
that's
budget. No, the budget. When we get 0.49 and the National Department of Defense gets 16%. So I think like in the future, people will be like, dude, why weren't you guys like spending more money on like science? Like that's how everything grows, everything evolves. Like,
Hey, bro,
Yeah,
fuck it, dude.
I could
Run up the debt.
definitely like see that though. I mean, like especially if we're trying to colonize other planets. Like if we
Mhm.
do end up making the decision, like okay, we fucked our planet so bad, we have to leave, and somehow they figure out how to like terraform Mars or something like that. I could definitely see them, like future people thinking,
Like
Why
even
didn't
if
we
we
spend
got
more?
5%, 3%, and it's not NASA is just in space travel. Like NASA helps with all kinds of different things. Like you know what I mean, like wind turbines, energy efficiency, and like different problems with the Earth, and they stay on top of like satellites and shit like that.
you know,
So and they have to budget everything with not even 0.5%.
Yeah, I mean, national defense, there's so much fucking money put into that, and I definitely don't think it's needed that much. Like, as much. Like, clearly you have to be able to, like, be on guard, blah, 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 blah. But, like, damn, they put a fuck ton into that shit.
Yes, 16%. Yes.
how much did you say?
16%.
4 trillion.
Of 4.7 trillion is the national debt.
I just love how we have a budget when our debt's like fucking enormous.
I mean, but like, aren't we the richest country in the world though?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand how that works. Yeah,
that's
I
the-
don't understand how that works.
I talk about the debt.
I
Like,
don't-
whenever I think about the debt, why
I
don't
think
we
we
just
are.
why don't we just
The
run
richest
that why don't we
country-
just run that bitch up? Why don't we just run that debt up, bro? Where are we spending? Who are we owing? Listen, if we're still getting technical loans or we're still owing more money and they're allowing it, even though it keeps going up every year, then fuck it, bro, just run it up.
Well, like at any moment, China could just be like, "Yeah, we want paid,"
and
but then
they'll just be
obviously,
like,
obviously
what are
it
we gonna
just,
do?
it
Not
just goes
pay 'em?
into a war.
we'll just be like, okay, then we're not gonna help you, and we're just gonna fucking like, you guys want to go to war? Like, and they're just be like, well, not really. Be like, okay, then don't talk to me about the money, bro.
I just feel like
Wait.
it won't be like that. I feel like U.S. would be like, "All right, like yeah, we're not paying you." China would be like, "All right, well, like we're not afraid." I mean, we fucking kamikaze
China's
you
definitely
guy.
afraid.
Like, I mean, either way, they know they're gonna get fucked up. So they're like, "All right, well, we're just gonna nuke you guys, and we're gonna have a giant nuclear warfare, and you're either gonna pay us our money, or millions and millions of innocent civilians on both sides are gonna die." And we don't give a fuck, but I'm sure you guys do.
Well, I mean,
You know,
it's
I think
not
it's-
my decision. They're not gonna come to me and be like, "Yo, hey, should we pay?"
Yo,
like
Gordon.
Donald Trump calls me up, he's like, "Yo, Gordon, do
You
we
got, like,
pay?"
5
He's like, "Do we
trillion.
pay China or do we like go to?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, what are you doing, Donald?
They're
Don't call
like,
me.
fuck. Oh my god, that was our last hope.
That was our last resort right there.
We got nothing.
Like, yo,
now.
Gordon doesn't know what to do either, bro. We're just gonna have to run war, I guess.
But it's weird though because Like there's not the same amount of money as there was back in the day. Like, where did that money? It just get randomly fucking printed. Like,
Bro, that's not even money. It doesn't.
Like, who just gets that?
The money doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
Where does that go? Like, where does the new printed money? Who gets that? Who starts off with that? Who approves that?
I just don't understand how like the government and like the United States can keep like borrowing these funds and whatnot, even though we're this much in debt. Like, clearly, if you're fucking getting that money, you ain't paying it back. And what does it mean, like, when the national debt turns back? Like, why do that, bro? If my president turned that shit back, I'm like, no, just keep borrowing more. Fuck it.
Keep borrowing, pop off.
Christian, by the way, the richest country is Qatar.
Qatar?
The smallest Middle Eastern country often ranks as the richest country, as one of the richest countries in the world.
Is that richest country, like, government-wise, or is that richest country,
well,
like,
it says
per person?
Qatar's population is approximately 2.27 million. With approximately per person making 124,000 a year.
See, that's like,
So
I mean,
like
clearly, we're not going to be the richest country in the world whenever we have so many places in America that are like have really low income rates. But that doesn't decide what's the richest country in the world when you come.
How do I Google that? How do I Google that?
I mean, you could do it if by government. You can almost do it by like government spending, technically.
Who is the richest country? Who has the richest government? What country has?
I mean, like it would almost the only thing you could like do off that is government spending. Like who spends the most on it? But then again, like
that doesn't make you the richest though.
Well, no, it does. I'm not saying like spend it on their national defenses or whatever. I'm saying like spend it everywhere. Like if your government's spending this much money, that makes your country like you're spending the most. Like what's another like what could be another thing to make you the richest country in the world?
Resources, having valuable resources.
All right, yeah, but you're using those things, trading them off, whatever it may be. And spending them on your own.
Dude,
things,
we're not even we're not even top 10, top 5. I don't think.
There's no way. It's got to be like Saudi Arabia.
And what?
No, I'm literally looking up I typed in what country has the richest government, and then like right here, 20 richest countries in the world, 2018, Norway, Ireland, Singapore.
See, does that mean like does that mean like per person? Because income per person doesn't mean the richest country in the world.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to.
Because think about all the people in America. Like, all right, so if you take a smaller country like Qatar that only has nice areas, clearly the average income is going to be more than somewhere in America where we have like places that are not as nice, where maybe families are making 25,000. All right, I got it right here. 30,000.
You got it right here. Richest governments. Let's see where the United States ranks in. The United States ranks. Oh my!
Technically, richest government. We should be fucking last because
we're not even top 10.
Because we technically owe $4 trillion. That should put us dead last.
Yeah, as I say, on this one's website, we're not even top 10. Number 1 is, Republic of China. It is ranked as the number 1 country and placed at the top of the list in terms of having the richest government in the world. The national reserve of the government of China is $2 trillion.
Yeah, because we probably owe them up. We keep borrowing from them, but like,
yeah,
what are they doing with that? Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the thing, bro. The idea of like money and governments and whatnot, like, this debt thing. Clearly, no one gives a fuck for some reason. No one's trying to get that cash back.
Well, I don't think no one's gonna like put a dent, like a sizable dent that anyone's even gonna, you know what I mean? Be like, wow, bro, I cleared 300 million last year as a president. Like, wow, you got like
it'd be like sick, bro. We're still not letting immigrants in our country. Like, I want to do something about that. Like, I feel like
no, I just thought just now, like, is there any country that has like a surplus of money that
China
isn't in debt at all?
China
that doesn't have debt at all.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's China. That's why we get like a bunch of our loan, like they're the ones like dishing out. Almost for like security. So like, you know how we have like a massive military and whatnot. There's like countries like that, like China, that will dish off a lot to the United States in exchange for like, hey, yo, if fucking North Korea gets a little wild and bombs us, are you guys gonna have our back?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think money will still be a thing down the road?
I think I don't know what an alternative to that would be. So I think
I think eventually it's going to be all virtual.
Yeah, that could be a
The
thing.
country with the least amount of debt. You guys are going to have to help me pronounce this because I'm done.
Oh, here we go.
pronouncing
This is going to be a
things
clip
Here
for the
we go.
podcast. This is going to be on the Instagram story.
Clip this.
Okay, it's Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan. 21.1%. A general view shows that a century of Astana during its 10-year anniversary.
What did you say?
Sounds like you're speaking parcel tongue.
Hey, I actually just started reading in Kazakhstan language. I think they had it written here, so I just started reading it. I didn't mean to, just kind of glanced over it. The next is it goes Kazakhstan and then Algeria.
So that
Then it goes United Arab.
Oh my god.
Arab. Then it goes Nigeria.
Bro, like honestly, when did you go to school?
Russia. Botswana.
Whoa.
What was that
Go
last
back
one?
to Botswana.
He said
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
He gave up about halfway
Saudi-
through. He just said Botswana.
Hong Kong at number 1 with 0.1% of debt.
So there is no country with surplus.
Hong Kong's market-driven economy is characterized by a financial banking sector well-regulated, controls large foreign exchange reserves, and virtually no public debt. Its GDP per capita. Can you say that word, capita?
So
Is the sixth
technically,
highest.
if everyone's in debt, then
How
no
does
one's
this make
in,
sense?
then no one's in debt.
How does this make any sense? I'm done, bro. I am done. This shit makes
Bro, if I'm
no sense to
president,
me.
I'm running up the debt. Because clearly, if everyone's in debt, no one's getting paid back. Who are we
How does it
borrowing
get to that
from?
point?
God?
How
Like,
does that get to that point?
Wait. So listen, if China's in debt and we're in debt and we borrow money from China, what money are we getting?
Where's the money coming from, bro?
That's literally if each of us started off with $1 and then somehow all of us ended up with
We just kept
nothing.
giving each other. $10. Like I don't know how we get it.
Dude, I feel like in the fucking round table meetings, they'd all just look at each other like, yeah, let's just all go ahead and just print some more money, dude. Like, fuck this shit. And they all agree on it.
Run up the inflation real quick.
But that doesn't make any... Dude, that's literally like... All right, picture this. We all had $1 in our bank accounts. And we just kept going on Venmo and sending each other $10 every time. Even though we don't have the money. We just kept doing it and nothing happened because of it. Wait, we might be up to something.
Whoa, hold on. Whoa.
Wait, yo.
I'm going to put $0 on my checking real quick and I'm going to Venmo someone 10.
All right,
Yo, let's all start fucking bank accounts.
Or we
Use
can just
them
start
to
printing
spend
off
on each
money.
Yo, everyone just send money in my bank account, okay? And yeah.
And that brings us to our third sponsor, Venmo.
Venmo. Watch this.
I know the
get
perfect
sued for
ad
this
for
shit.
Venmo.
Yeah. Venmo, perfect app for Jake to send me my money for New Orleans.
Oh, wait, what's
Damn.
Venmo?
I broke my phone.
Hey, but anyways, we were talking about the topics and someone had something good. And I don't remember what it was.
Neuro shit.
Ooh, that
It's called Neuralink.
I'm fucking with that topic right now.
Yo, I'm gonna be against it just cause.
Just playing devil's advocate.
Let's get it. Come on, let's go against it. It's stupid.
Okay, all right. So I'm for it. Logan, you said you're for it. Jake, you're for it.
Yes.
Mason.
Yeah, I'm very for it.
I'm for it if it can be done, but I don't think it can be done
I mean, why not?
right now. Not right now.
So if you actually just look up the regular definition of Neuralink, it says Neuralink Corporation is an American neurotechnology company founded by Elon Musk and others developing implantable brain-machine interfaces.
Bet. Let's get it.
I am
So
The machine looks crazy if you've ever seen a picture of it.
So do you guys know what it's used for right now?
says,
Like what they're trying to say. It's like I just read they're trying to like treat like brain disease. Like, bro.
Yeah, no, it's
you got brain
says
disease.
Musk
Let it go,
has
bro.
created a
It's your time to
company
go.
called Neuralink, which is working on putting brain-computer interfaces into our skulls. Your BCI will likely be much more than just a way for you to control whatever streaming device you are on. It could even replace your television streaming content straight into your brain.
I don't think that is something that can be fucked with for the next 20 years.
I mean, I don't think it could be perfected.
I think it
To
could.
the masses, yeah, I don't.
I mean, plus, yeah, when it first comes out, it's going to be so expensive.
I mean,
there's nobody that's going to buy it.
Well, the thing is with it, it's gonna literally implant into your brain. So like we could easily because he has a 20-minute video online of him doing the presentation of it, and in the presentation he's talking about like we'll be able to control our smartphones, we'll be able to set timers like in our head type of shit, and even like driving your cars and stuff, we'll be able to like do all that through our brains. So even if like Black Mirror, where you put that thing on the side of your head and your eyes roll back in your head and you're like, they're in a virtual world. I think it could seriously be something like that, to where we press a button while that thing's implanted in us and we close our eyes and instantly we're watching like a TV show or we're in some virtual reality game.
Yeah,
I mean, I definitely think it's possible.
I don't think it's that far off.
I just don't see it. Seems impossible. It just seems like, I know it definitely isn't,
because this shit seriously has never been brought up. This shit's retarded or crazy. Sorry.
I'm messing.
Yeah.
But like there's always ideas like that are presented that just seem crazy. I mean, bro, like picture 20-year-olds in 1980 talk about an iPhone. They'd be like, okay, we don't even have. I don't even know what an iPhone is. Like the idea of like being able to communicate when you're not in the same room by something that's not a fucking pigeon or something like that.
In the 80s, they didn't have phones in the 80s.
I was kidding.
No, you weren't. But yeah, oh my god. Who is it?
Shut up.
Read
Shut
it out
up,
loud.
Beach.
Share with the class.
Share it with the class. Share whatever text you got right now.
All right, it was from my doctor. It said, "Yo, Jake, the test results came back in, and you do in fact have AIDS. I'm sorry."
Why do he hit you up like that? He said, "Yo, it's a doctor."
Because he's chill, bro.
He's chill. And he's like, "Yo, I got some news I gotta throw on you, G."
Lay it on me, doc. You got AIDS, fam.
He's like, "Do you want me to keep it real with you?" He's like, he just says, "You want me to keep it 100?" You're like, "Yeah."
I'm gonna keep it a buck, doc.
Yeah.
You got AIDS.
I might keep it a buck with you here, G. He just tells you got AIDS. But Elon Musk is just trying to get his bag. Simple.
No, bro. Elon Musk is a
hater,
hater,
bro.
He's trying to change the fucking world.
Bro, imagine all the shit he'll accomplish if he lives to be like 80.
He won't. He's gonna be killed.
Fuck, if he gets this shit to like a top
Someone's gonna kill him.
thing, I mean, we could seriously, like, I'm not kidding. If this is like what I think it could become, and we only come up with other upgrades for it, and it just keeps getting like, this is in the video. Elon said it'd be like 2020, 2021 out for the public. Or maybe, but imagine like 30, 40 years when we're like 50. Like, this shit could seriously be so advanced, and we're moving at such a fast pace that we could seriously live forever.
I'm not gonna rep it. I'm gonna stick to my old days. How we did it back in my day. I'm gonna have an iPhone 10. No way. I ain't using any of that new shit.
Where did the country accent slowly creep in?
Because, bro, I'm sticking true to my roots.
I know, and then this guy just had a rant about not sticking to roots.
But yeah, I mean, I think it has the potential. Like, if it works out perfectly, like the way like they're intending it to be, I think it has the potential to become like the biggest company on the planet if it works out and it's accessible to everyone.
Those are big words right there.
What?
What do you want me to?
Which one of those was big?
I mean, like what you just said. You just said it could seriously be the biggest thing. Like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
that's ridiculous.
I mean, think about it. Think about what it is. I mean, think about iPhone and Apple.
Bro, it's like a whole new reality.
Like, it is, yeah.
Y'all ever play Fortnite?
Superhuman enhancement.
Bro, Fortnite's gonna
fuck you.
Fucking cure
and then
cancer,
think about
man.
like if it could get so good and so advanced that, after, say, it comes out in 2020, in 2030, 2035, and so on. What if they have such upgrades to it to where it like it helps your vision? we could start, curing, mental diseases, because we have such a better availability to like the brain and how it works and how it's controlled, like so many different.
Yeah, I think like psychological research is very important. I think it might be more important than space research.
It's like to figure out the way we think things and why
just like our brain in general. There's so much we don't know about the brain.
I really do need some answers on why I think some of the shit I do.
Genetics.
Nope.
What is it?
Okay.
I don't know.
Genetics,
your environment.
All right, what genetics?
That's not genetics. Genetics and your environment are
I'm saying like
the two together,
hand in hand. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're going to be affected by your environment, and you're also going to be affected by what you're made of.
But how much of it is environment? How much of it is genes?
I
think it's like
extremely difficult to say. But
I think it's like 80% environment, 20% genes, something like that.
Okay, I mean, what if you are like you're born with a mental disorder? Like, what if you're like schizophrenic or something?
Okay.
Okay, then what? I mean, like, obviously, it's gonna be
it's gotta be
more. For sure. But I mean, I guess for the average person, like that's average healthy person.
But yeah, you're born into schizophrenia, but what you do every day and the decisions you make is based on where you're at.
Yes, that is true.
The only genetic part you're getting is the schizophrenia.
I mean, that could still be your 20% right there. And the rest of the 80%.
I can't even like touch on this topic because I mean I don't like speaking on stuff like I don't know like a lot about. But I mean,
bro, you ever heard yourself talk about anything?
You still continue to talk on this thing?
I mean, but like that's like genetics and all that. Like that's a whole realm. Like I don't know. That's way past me.
Why? What do you mean?
So it's about
like, I mean, I've never done like
research
on it or
bro.
anything.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
that's under me.
I have a.
We got a guy in here that can't even pronounce countries.
Look at you, bro.
Man, talking shit, bro.
Come from my throat.
Weren't you the one that brought it up though, Christian?
What?
Brought up the whole.
Oh yeah.
The topic that.
Yeah.
Bro,
I did.
Put this guy on the cross. Put this guy Christian on the cross.
You just straight no
pun intended.
Straight on the cross.
Jesus Christ, no pun intended, bro.
What?
That's insensitive.
Like I don't even know what you mean.
Censor that, bro.
Sponsorships
bad taste.
That's definitely in bad taste. Censored.
You guys got bad.
You're kicked off the porch, bro.
Kicked off the porch. I'll end this right now.
Dang. Who said you have the final contract?
I literally have it recording. I pay the RSS feed every month. I upload every single podcast. So you do.
We'll take over. We'll take over.
All right, y'all run it then. I'm out of here. I just ended. That's the episode I uploaded. And that's the last one.
That's the last one ever. Man.
Oh, we were talking about Elon Musk. Funny thing is, we do have some guests for the upcoming episode. Episode 8, Kenneth Allen. Episode 9, Elon Musk.
As you can tell, after 8, we kind of drop off.
Yeah.
Like, I think something that's
start off big, and
What are you saying, Logan?
I think something that's really crazy. That Elon Musk is doing is the tunnels.
I don't think that's crazy.
You don't think that's crazy? I think
it's kind of dumb.
What? I think that's gonna. So Elon Musk is building. He's building tunnels under like busy cities to like make traffic flow easier. So what he can end up doing is it'll take a car, it'll pull up to a track in a tunnel, and it will lock its wheels into like a little sensor thing that locks it, and it will take off, and it can get up to like. So I don't want to say 300, but like 300 miles an hour because that sounds crazy. But I feel like it's something crazy like that, and you'll just be sitting in your car like locked in, going on a track. So you'll be like a train, but it'll make traffic so much more better. And he said that you can dig deeper than you can go up. So building bridges and shit like that. It's only going to go so far. So I feel like we do got to go underground. I feel like that's more.
You know how many fucking houses and how many bullshit you'd have to fuck up to build a tunnel underneath this shit?
Well, I mean, it's not like it's 5 feet under someone's house. Like it's a tunnel that's like 30, 40 feet beneath.
Okay,
it's not.
So to get that far down,
what is the benefit of doing that though?
Yeah.
There's a model there. He's put out
I've seen the videos. I've watched it,
and I know I'm explaining to Gordon. It will be like a car that pulls up to like a parking lot. It will sit there. It will lock in right there. Then it will go straight down, and it will go straight down to the tunnel. Get to the tunnel, and then just go straight 200 miles an hour. Get you halfway across Ohio in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Going at 200 miles an hour.
Okay,
that might be stretching it, but like
how? I mean, bro. How do you even fucking build that though? Like without fucking up.
He has a video of it. It's badass.
It looks cool. I just
I mean, I can make a video of me doing a fucking I could edit something to make something look mad. But
no, he did like a big event and
there's like a real life video.
It was like an actual thing. Like he had people come and they could try it. They would get in a Tesla.
Yeah, that shit in LA got shut down. But it didn't even. I read that motherfuckers just said it was dumb as hell.
I think.
It doesn't.
I
watched the video on it.
Nothing beneficial about it, really.
I mean, it just seems slow because if you watch the video, it's just like one single car pulling up. It takes like 30 seconds for it to actually get all the way down to the tunnel, and then it goes off. But I mean, it makes sense if there was like multiple lanes where a lot of people can go in at a rapid pace.
But think about how long it would take to make enough tunnels to satisfy the entire population. But and to actually make a difference, and I don't even know what the difference would be to get to work faster.
This is the same thing. I mean, shit's gotta fucking adapt though. Technically, shit's gotta evolve, guys. I mean, and what are they gonna, we didn't have highways. We didn't have highways. And someone said, "Yo, we're gonna build a highway from fucking Michigan all the way down to Florida." Someone said, "Yo, wait, that's gonna take fucking forever." Guys, dude, just hear me out. Come on, 75. Just listen. Just let me make this.
And think about it.
It's ended up being but I don't know. The tunnel's a little I don't know.
I still think highways are the craziest human-built structure ever.
Well, those things are OP.
It's insane how I can literally walk out to my car right now and travel on the same patch of pavement for however many miles to your house, Gordon.
Yeah, no, me and Jake are about to, in a week and a half, me and Jake are going to hop onto one highway. We aren't going to switch on other highways. We are going to be on 75 for fucking 10 hours.
Yep.
That is mad.
That's crazy.
But
that is crazy.
Jake, what I was saying was, population is just going to continue to grow, and cities are, and busy cities like New York City and Los Angeles, they're just going to continue to get overpopulated. And like Elon said, you can build deeper than you can go up.
Let's bring Thanos in.
The what?
Thanos. Didn't he kill off half the people?
God damn it.
What are you talking about?
The Avengers guy didn't he want to kill half the people in that movie?
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. You've officially lost your Porch access pass.
Yeah. So I just feel what do you think about overpopulation? Because eventually even Ohio in 30 years from getting here to Westchester, it's going to be places are going to start getting packed up at intersections. You know what I mean?
One child policy, bro.
No.
I mean,
so we're like China.
What point is it a huge issue? At what number? What number of people do you think it'd be an actual issue?
Is traffic an issue?
And if our issue is overpopulation, our focus shouldn't be tunnels underground.
Well, no.
Think about it. If we're building roads, if our taxes are going to roads and streets and shit, but if we could put it towards something that's going to make traveling and getting places faster and more convenient and just keeping up with science and going forward, that's overpopulation is gonna be a real thing, and we're gonna you know what I mean, instead of leaving a fucking planet, people are gonna start. I think underground's the way to go, dude. Shit's gonna start popping under there.
I know, but overpopulation,
it's not a good thing.
all right, so
I think we should strive to fucking.
Yeah, you shouldn't be trying to fix like things that like.
I mean, it's better than just killing off. I mean, people are
we
gonna
don't gotta
pop it
kill
over.
them. Okay, listen.
All right, no. Go ahead, Gordon.
Like, whenever you talk about these tunnels, bruh, okay, we're gonna get places faster, but what is that technically like doing? Like, I don't know. We're getting places faster. I don't understand what's the fucking gain of that.
I mean, hold on. I mean, let me see. Let me look up something.
Well, why you gotta look anything up? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
What's the reasoning for needing to get somewhere quicker? Bro, wait in your motherfucking traffic if you want to live in LA, bro.
Eventually, so do you not think streets and bridges and stuff are just going to become abundant? Like, if you ever look at a satellite image of Google Maps of anywhere, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, and guess what? They still motherfucking get there.
Together.
All right, I got a question.
What are you going to do in 100 years, Gordon?
I got a question. Would the tunnels and roads coexist?
Yes.
Yes, the roads
just stupid.
So, I mean, unless you could think of a better idea, as in like maybe knocking it down and building the environment, that'd be a good idea. And retrying to build the earth.
Maybe I could back it if you take out the roads, you plant some dirt, plant some trees and shit.
But I mean,
but if you're just getting roads and tunnels, I feel like you're just fucking the earth up even more. And for what? To get to work faster.
To get somewhere 30 minutes quicker.
Dead ass. Think about how much you don't have to leave your house.
The idea of getting somewhere.
It's a want.
Los Angeles traffic
is a want. It's not a need.
Los Angeles traffic should be so far down on the list of issues on the planet.
Okay, think about how much gas fumes are set off in traffic, rather than if your car was off during a tunnel.
Okay, where's it gonna go? You act like it's gonna disappear.
No, there's no emission from your car because your car wouldn't be on.
So you talk about these tunnels and the roads coexisting to go hand in hand with the overpopulation. If we keep populating means more cars on the road, and we add the tunnels, that means the same amount of fucking fumes we're putting off today will be the same amount we put off in 20 years.
In the tunnel?
No, listen.
It's the same.
Stick with me here. Today, we have whatever amount of cars, and we have no tunnels. If you add on people, that means, and so in 20 years, we talk about how there's going to be more fucking people on this planet.
Yes.
So that means there are more cars on the road. So then if you take a few people and you take them down to the tunnels, you still leave the same amount of people on the roads as you had 20 years ago.
If not
more.
I'm
saying,
not more, yes.
But my point is, it's not. My point is, whenever you add the tunnels, you're basically making it so like you're not bunched together in a big horde.
So then you go back to this. That's just time. And I don't give a fuck about how fast you get to places, bro. If you get there, that's simple.
I mean, I just don't understand if you're spending money on roads.
If you think that is more expensive than a fucking tunnel moving at 200 whatever it wants to move at, that shit will be fucking hilariously expensive.
Underground alone would cost more than making roads.
I feel like it's not going to be that much more. Like a crazy, ridiculous amount. You're digging a hole, pouring concrete, and setting the track.
Think about the safety.
Bro, wait, do you know how long protocols you have to go through? The absolute man labor to build a tunnel across a state?
Dude, trains do it now.
Underground?
Okay, right.
I mean, maybe not like underground, like 400 feet.
Guys, this is a dead topic, man. This is not the topic we need to be on, bro. We've been going at this for way too long.
I'm confused on how a tunnel. You act like this tunnel's just gonna spawn like it's Minecraft.
Fuck the tunnel.
No shit, but like we just don't need to keep talking about it.
Facts. On to the next, bro. Damn.
Good call, Christian. I was getting tired of that shit anyway.
Yeah, because it was dumb as hell.
Fuck you, Gordon.
What? God, here we go.
I'm gonna jump you, bro.
Your shit's been taken. Your PorchPod's been taken forever now.
Oh
yeah.
It's all right. I'll take a trip to Kazakhstan.
So, anyone got any other topics?
Well, we've been talking forever. Can we get off this shit?
Mason, wait, hold up. What do you got to say, Mason?
Mason hasn't said a word.
He has not talked in so long.
Yeah, it was like you said, dead topic.
Dead, bro. Tell me, I didn't say much either. But
I say we try it out on Minecraft. Build some mine carts, tracks.
Man, nah. Let's not ever do that, ever. But yeah, we have been talking for a minute, so G-Dog, trying to wrap this up like a present.
We'll wrap it up here. What else do I usually say at the end here? Anyone else got any fucking important things they want to say?
Make sure you go ahead and follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram.
Twitter's dead.
Yeah, fuck the Twitter.
Follow the Instagram.
Follow the Instagram. We really haven't been posting a lot, but we do post updates.
Yeah, no, by we mean Gordon posts updates sometimes, but
I have posted pictures.
One.
But,
we good.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts. But
True.
yeah, go ahead and follow that. It is at the.porch.podcast. Give that a quick follow. And DM us.
Yeah, and if you want to see some IRL shit, then hit us the fuck up. We make that happen.
Facts. And also, Gordon, you're going to be gone until New Orleans, right?
There's going to be a slight break in uploads.
There will be a slight break, even though we just had a slight break. God damn, this dude Gordon's busy getting that bread, talking to sponsors and shit. But,
yeah, that's what I
will be vlogging the New Orleans trip. I will be doing that, guaranteed. So if you want to see that,
follow the fucking Insta.
Follow the Insta. Let us know, and you can see me, Jake, and Gordon doing some drunk shenanigans.
What, drinking?
I mean,
I thought we were doing Bible study.
Bible study shenanigans. You know what I'm
All right. So until next time. Which will be about, probably, I would say about a week and a half, you'd be expecting another podcast. We'll post clips from old ones. Remember, the.porch.podcast. Until next time, thank you. Make sure you drink some water, stay hydrated, and fuck you.